had a really good game against Daniel, and started doing some research on him. And Coach Sweeney kind of kept that in his back pocket, and we had a spot late, and kind of drew out a plan for him. Coach Sweeney did, and kind of the criteria what he had to meet in order to get to Clemson. He came through, so he's been great, and he's got a great spirit to him. He's always positive, always ready to go, very upbeat, and just very appreciative of his opportunity. And it's neat to see all the success that he's had, and he's been a great leader for us.
Coach, 105 total yards, I think 7 3-and-outs against that offense. Do you think maybe that was your best performance all season?
It was a great performance. First of all, just thankful for our players. Their dedication, their commitment, 150 years of college football, what they've accomplished, through 11 games, that's pretty special. And hopefully they'll get a game ball out of it. That's probably my favorite thing of victory is the opportunity to get a game ball. Just super proud of them and their coaches, and again, it's hard to sustain success, and just the mindset that it takes to not only to win but to play well at a high level against a really well coached and talented group, a very tough system to defend. And then for the seniors to be able to go out, I'll never forget that last game at home, 22 in a row. It's pretty special to sit back and witness that, and so just thankful for each and every guy in the locker room.
Do you like having an open date going into the biggest game or the next biggest game of the year? Does it matter to you?
I don't even think like that. I'll be here tomorrow, just don't do the same routine. We'll practice and prepare like we're playing this weekend. So expect to have a game week attitude as far as that's concerned.
That was the second lowest yard total of the Dave Clawson era. The lowest was his first game. What was your mindset going into the game? What was kind of the game plan?
Well, first of all, they're a little short-handed. Two of their best players, didn't play, and so we got to keep a respectful perspective on things and not run around beating our chest. But at the same time, you still got to go play, and our guys, they were very dominant, very precise, and very physical, and it's a difficult, until you really study them over a long period of time, it's a very difficult offense to defend. It takes the same kind of precision and discipline and physicality when you're playing a Georgia Tech of the Paul Johnson era, and just a lot of stress on every given play, so that was a really strong performance. Take anything away from our guys. And again, just thankful for them, their preparation, their willingness to continue to invest in the sustainability of a very high level of emotion and toughness, and just the right attitude and mindset, that you got to have in order to play like that. Just no matter what your opponent does, we've all witnessed. I've coached, and where you're playing, and I'm not saying Wake is, but we've played inferior opponents, not anywhere close to as good as Wake is, and we've looked sloppy, and jacking around, and they're moving the ball up and down the field, and you're turning guys loose and not tackling well, and those kind of things. There's a lot that goes into playing well, and despite of who you're playing. So, to me, that's tipping your cap to, again, our leaders, starting with our seniors too. Those guys are completely invested in the moment, not looking ahead. And so just again, thankful for them and the coaches.
Did you think Tanner kind of set the tone early with the way?
Sure he did. Yeah, no question. Great pick. And we thought that they would do put them trips in the boundary, and we played it differently last week intentionally, and they ran a little screen and go, and he was ready for it. But he's been a guy that's had a ton of great plays since he's been here, and as a redshirt freshman from Belmont, and it's been awesome to see him grow up and become the kind of leader and player that he is, and he can do so many things for us, and but he sure did. Then he got the sack on the he got blitz, and he was just all over the place.
think
Do
they
you
were.
think y'all's coverage was so good that it kind of dissuaded them from trying to throw it more? Like,
I don't know. I can't say. They had some RPOs, and I think our guys did a really good job with some of their alignments and techniques, and playing with good eye discipline and things like that. So I think they read it like a triple option team reads the dive player. Every play on early downs for their RPO game. So he's looking for certain guys to insert or how they're playing it, and so the opportunity to throw it or not is either there or it's not. The dive player does what he's supposed to do. The quarterback and the this player do what they're supposed to do. There's nowhere to go with the ball, and so they put a lot on the quarterback, and our guys again matched the discipline and the precision that it takes to defend them consistently for 4 quarters. And again, they tried to throw it early, and again they got some new guys in there and at receiver that they're a little short-handed, and but our guys did a great job.
Go.
I was gonna say, I think they were kind of like running plays in. It seemed like early. Is that different from what they typically do?
I don't know. You get the coach's copy; they're just at the line. It all looks the same. So, yeah, I don't know.
AJ Terrell's interception could be taught on film of the perfect way to play.
Yeah,
a pass.
get your head back, right? No, he was in phase and did a great job. I'm not sure if they stuttered or not, but he did a great job of staying on top of it, getting his head around. He's in phase, and becoming the receiver, and a little bit underthrown makes it great play on the ball, and again had a nice return. Everybody got all charged up, and again you kind of create momentum there and field position points, all those things, and we got a great football team that can really take advantage of the mistakes that you might make within the game, and on both sides of the ball. So that helps our job, especially you get up on them like we did.
Speaking of the complementary football, y'all have been so good at sudden change defense all season long. You had the home to the field goal tonight, and then turnover on downs after another turnover. How important is it to see them perform at that level going down the stretch?
Yeah, it's again you're playing your best football right now, and again situational and complementary football, and again the sudden change. All those things are going to continue to present themselves, and you develop confidence as much as anything else through that. And been there, done that attitude, and doesn't mean you're always going to be on the right side of it, but mindset-wise, mentality, there's a toughness to it, and a confidence that goes along, with having the success that we've had in those situations.
I know we've asked you a lot about Tyler Davis and just kind of how consistent he's been this season. I mean, is it kind of unique though that there hasn't been any drop off as the season has proven?
Yeah, where he hasn't had a bad day, like literally hasn't had a bad day. Whether he knows it or not, it just, his attitude's always tough, and he lets you coach him hard. If he does make a mistake, he doesn't make it more than once, and just he's got his own process and how he gets ready to play every week. He's so smart. His understanding of the game is beyond comprehension for most freshmen.
Did you know that his understanding of the game was like that in recruiting?
I mean,
or?
not to the extent that you do when you're working with him every day, for sure. But he did have a sense of maturity. He was well coached. His dad's all about football, and he was very businesslike in finding the right place, and so usually when that's the case, you get some good stuff from them when they come, and he's exceeded our expectations without question.
I believe in today's game, you guys only allowed them like 1.7 yards on average per carry. How important, which is I think the least amount all season, how important is it to continue to improve in these numbers, and do you remind these players, look, even if it's just a couple, point yards, that makes a difference?
Yeah, no question. Again, the physical toughness, the precision that goes with that, the fundamentals, the trust and understanding where everybody has to be on every play. It's a big deal, and we've come a long way from the beginning of the year to where we're at now in that regard. And a lot of question marks going into the year. Hadn't had one player and our whole defensive line that ever started a college game. So to see them where they're at right now is, pretty phenomenal. Again, their coach has done a great job. They've done a great job of the work and the improvement that we needed to make. And again, a weight team that's very committed to running the football. It helps their whole offense go. And most teams, again, want to have the balance and the ability to establish a line of scrimmage. And then we really felt that they were one of the better offensive lines, well coached, very cohesive. The left tackle's as good as there is, and probably college football. A really good football player, and again, they've got a system that they believe in. They've had a lot of success against a lot of good teams, and so we take pride in that. I'm very proud of our guys' effort, and it's a hard thing to do. And what I like is just finishing. Wake finishes the end of plays as good as anybody with a pile. Looks like you got them stopped and then they fall forward for 2, 3, 4 yards. For me, that's as miserable of a thing that could happen to a defense. And we put a lot of emphasis and work on finishing every play through the whistle. And there's some points early on in the game, whether it's apparent to the naked eye or not, but where you got to establish yourself. We're gonna finish. It's a big deal. And our guys were hungry for that. To not allow them to push the pile the wrong way.
What do you think of what you've seen from Xavier as far as his performance since he's come back from the concussion?
Yeah, he's on his way back, and I think last week he's a little bit gassed at times. Early, just trying to get his wind back and his endurance back, but he's been doing well.
Did I, just forgive me here, did you say that you purposely ran the defense on a screen and go last week different than, what did you say on that?
Yeah, our alignments and some of the structural things that we were in that's formation and where they are was a little bit different last week.
Just because of the way NC State played it, or maybe given
Just
Wake
for
a
a lot of
different
reasons.
look?
Yeah, for a lot of reasons.
Okay.
Just slow miss.